Yes, sir. My trigger. Back up in this thing, man. Today, I hope y'all ready to take another deep dive into some of the world's most mysterious oddities, man. Today, I'm reacting to some creepy TikToks that'll make you question everything. But before we hop into that, man, go ahead and spam that like button right now so we can run the numbers up on the algorithm. And you don't even gotta think about it later. And if you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that sub button, man. Sub up, join the family, man. This is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period, man. And to everybody who's already subbed up, man, you already know how I feel about you guys, man. I appreciate you so much. We almost at 30K, man. I could not have done this without you guys. But let's hop straight into the video.
Possible prosecution could center around a $130,000 payment Cohen says he made to Stormy Daniels on behalf of then-candidate Trump in the heat of the 2016 campaign to buy her silence about claims of an affair with Mr. Trump a decade earlier. Hush money payments are not illegal under state law. Any potential indictment could rest on how the payment was accounted for, a possible misdemeanor case, or in a legal gamble, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg could pursue a lower-level felony.
Garrett, we're also learning more about the security planning if an indictment is announced.
Lester, two senior officials tell NBC News law enforcement have discussed everything from the airports Mr. Trump might use to the route he would take to get to Lower Manhattan if he had to come and face a judge. But Secret Service have not yet done a security review of the courthouse behind me. That's a step they would only take if Mr. Trump is indicted.
I feel like for the most part, this is definitely a political play, but come on, you got to be a little more sharp with the hush money payments.
That's unreal, eh?
What is that?
At first, it looked like a comet just based on the velocity, but looking at how brightly lit it was, like, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Innocence been out the window since she dropped Umbrella, bro.
For all you non-believers out there that think that this is nothing more than a natural rock formation caused by wind erosion, the eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
So you telling me natural erosion carved out a perfect pair of feet, left and right?
Proof that reptilians are real. Part 1.
Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. DNA samples were extracted from the body, feet, and hands. The DNA was tested to determine if it matched any known DNA. The results are in.
From the DNA samples of the mummy now known as Maria, we were able to identify that this is a woman, as the Y chromosome is missing.
Carbon dating suggested that she was somewhere around 1700 years old. We also tested the white powder that covered her body, and this test revealed it was diatomaceous earth.
One of the labs that we sent a sample to for carbon-14 dating came back, and the results were anywhere from 245 AD to 410 AD.
Very important, it was proven that it's same material, it is same chemical composition, it's same DNA. So we have no doubts now that 3 fingers, 3 toes, it belongs to this body.
This is a phenomenal discovery.
The DNA results would not at all support the idea that these were human remains that were altered. There's no support to conclude that it's a hoax.
The skull, I don't see any suture lines, no bones that are separate in the skull. They all appear fused.
Smaller bodies have also been discovered.
Wait, they found more of these creatures.
We're bearing what resembles ribs almost all the way down, which is more reptilian in a way. If you
Think about it.
think about a snake, it's got rib-like structures all the way down its entire body.
That's a groundbreaking discovery. What?
Giant things are scary. Part 9.
I was walking
Wait for
into
it.
my house right now.
Hey, my mom would have still made me and my brother shovel.
So all of us have seen this robber emoji, right? You must have seen it at least one time, or used it at least one time. Maybe it looked something a little different. Maybe it looked something like this, or maybe something like this. But you see, this emoji never existed. Millions of people swear that they have seen this emoji before. This topic caused so much fuss online that Apple themselves spoke up, and they claimed that they never had this emoji before. Maybe the conspiracy theories about the Mandela effect aren't conspiracy theories after all. There have been people that tested this theory. They had iPads, the oldest models, the ones that run on iOS 5. The robber emoji was never there. But the question is, where the hell did we see this before?
Bro, I'm not tripping. I 100% remember that emoji, bro. Tell me if y'all remember that one.
Atlanta area prosecutors are considering bringing racketeering and conspiracy charges in connection with Donald Trump's effort to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia, according to a source with knowledge of the investigation. Let's go, people! Treason week! Smells like indictments! Woo!
Hey, they really out here praying for his downfall, bro. Damn.
The most damaging conspiracy theory in history. The Protocols of the Elders of Zion is a 100-year-old book. It's a book that was read by Hitler and a book that inspired the 9/11 terrorists. It is perhaps the most dangerous book ever published, a crazy lie that has hung over the head of every single Jewish person ever since. The book claims to be a real record of a secret meeting. In this secret meeting, powerful Jewish people plot to take over the world, secretly start wars, manipulate banks and media, and form an eternal one-world government. Obviously, this is an insane racist fantasy. The Protocols was proven to be a hoax in 1921. It was most likely the work of the Russian Empire's secret police, looking to whip up support for the Tsar by scapegoating a minority, in this case, Jewish people. Despite the fact that the vast majority of European Jews lived in abject poverty, the existence of a few wealthy Jewish families was spun into conspiracy theories of an insular and self-interested Hebrew cabal out to control the world. This is all clearly an insane lie.
Bro, it blows my mind how one book literally caused all of that pain, destruction, chaos. Like, people really blindly followed behind that.
He ended up winning his war with the oligarchs by arresting the richest man in the country, a man named Mikhail Khodorkovsky, who was the owner of an oil company called Yukos. He arrested him, he put him on trial, and he allowed the television cameras to come into the courtroom and film the richest man in Russia on trial sitting in a cage. And in doing so, all the other oligarchs said, "Oh my God, I don't want to be sitting in the cage myself." And they went to Putin and said, "Vladimir, what do we have to do so we don't sit in a cage?" He said, "It's real simple. I want 50%. And that's the moment that Putin became the richest man in the world.
He want his cut.
This is the very near future of package delivery from a company called Zipline. It's been over a decade since we were first promised drone delivery that looked like this, and to be honest, I was never that stoked about it because I couldn't imagine that anyone would actually want something that big and loud with dangerously fast spinning propellers landing anywhere near their house. And that was a bummer, because with the explosion of people using Amazon or food delivery apps like DoorDash or Instacart, billions of doorstep deliveries are now now happening every year. But when your lunch only weighs a few ounces, driving it to everyone with these 2-ton gas-powered vehicles is wildly inefficient, bad for the whole planet, and not to mention just really slow. Drone delivery would not only take a lot of cars off the road, but it would be a lot faster than a car, it would be fully electric, fully autonomous, and it would cost pennies worth of energy per delivery. And with Zipline, because the droid that lowers the package can move laterally in any direction, it can make a dartboard-sized precision landing even in high winds, while the main drone can stay 400 feet up in the sky, making the whole thing whisper quiet. That is very quiet. Also due in part to the clever design of these really funky propellers.
Making it too easy for the package thieves.
One of extentation, smiling and blowing kiss to someone after found guilty.
Firearm, yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Michael Boatwright actually discharge?
Hey, somebody gonna be blowing him a kiss in a minute too in the pen.
Have you heard the eerie conspiracy theory about the music industry that your favorite artist is actually a fraud with no vocal talent and they have another singer who can actually sing, record their vocals for them? I think we're being lied to because if you pitch up Morgan Wallen's voice, it sounds exactly like Miley Cyrus.
So girl, if you're both by the bed. So girl, if you're both by the bed.
So he's also Hannah Montana and Ashley O. And if you pitch up one of the most famous male country singer of all time, Garth Brooks' vocals, it sounds like one of the most famous female country singers of all time.
Our lives are better left to chance. Our lives are better left to chance.
There's a lot of artists that this can be applied to that I made a video about in the past, but basically, the music industry will do anything to make a dollar, so they'll find someone with a profitable voice, pitch it up or down, and give it to someone who cannot sing, but has a profitable image and look that they can give that voice to make more money off of one voice.
Why go through all that when you got auto-tune?
This video is really strange. Does anybody know what this is? Because I can't figure it out. Let me know what you think.
Look like the gingerbread man.
The airplane is staying still. We got it. It's literally not moving. It's not moving.
Hey, everybody says that this is just like a common optical illusion, but I personally never witnessed this. Like, if you've seen this, let me know.
That attempting to use known cloning techniques to actually create a human being is untested, unsafe, and morally unacceptable. 2 days ago, the Senate voted to take the time necessary to carefully craft a bill that will ban the cloning of human beings while preserving our ability to use cloning technology for morally acceptable and medically important purposes.
Hey, and this speech was 30 years ago, so imagine how far they've advanced with this cloning technology, bro.
Is sounding the alarm about the growing threat of a deadly fungus called Candida auris. On Monday, the agency published research saying clinical cases of the fungus are skyrocketing. Researchers say cases are now being reported in more than half of U.S. states. According to the CDC, healthy people don't usually get sick from this type of fungus. It's more likely to affect people who have serious medical problems, weakened immune systems, and people with medical devices going into their bodies. The multi-drug resistant fungus also easily spreads through healthcare facilities. It can be carried on people's skin without causing any symptoms at all.
All right. So for those of y'all who haven't seen The Last of Us, this is exactly how the zombie-like apocalypse starts. What?
Hey, she could at least give us some tips and pointers on how to avoid contracting it.
Yeah, fam. Bliss up. More life. You already know. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Do any of you know what this is? Alright, I'm saying Mandela effect or some type of splice from the lab. I have no idea. if there's anyone from this dimension who's experienced this creature before, please leave it in the comments what this is. But just remember, this is new to me and probably new to a lot of people. Maybe you've seen it before, but we haven't. So your help would be appreciated.
Hey, nah, that's lab created.
On a 0G plane. And what you see here is the two people on the left holding the paper. They're about to drop it. When there's supposed to be no gravity, they're supposed to be floating, but they timed it wrong, and then they cut away the scene.
I don't know about this one. The paper didn't look like it just fell straight down, so I don't know.
A new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be.
Hey, that brings new meaning to the phrase, money is the root of all evil, bro. No way. Somebody got to pull that up on Google Maps, bro.
That shit is crazy. It's a fucking cloud with lights in it. Moving weird. I've never seen no shit like that. The cloud got sparkly lights in it. I've never seen no shit like that. Moving weird.
Hell no.
I know you see the sparkling lights in it. Never seen no shit like this in my life.
Hey, where did it just land?
So nobody say nothing, just look, just look. Look at him, watch him. What the hell is that? Watch. Excuse me? See, Vladimir comes in, now watch this shit here, y'all, watch this dude. It's like he changed, look.
Hey, it almost looked like he was watching somebody really tall walk past him. Like maybe he could see something we couldn't.
Hey y'all, Myra here. So take a look at these series of photos. Imagine being sent something and told that they are real. They are not CGI. It's taken from a village, a remote village in Indonesia, but that's the only information given. No other details, no other responses to my requests. Do a light search on the internet, can't find anything. In a world of CGI, we question everything. But imagine being sent something like this, and right away you think it's fake, because it has to be fake, right? But what if it's real? I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. What do you think about these photos? Could this be real? Or is it a hoax?
Why do they all look oddly related to each other?
Glitch in the System Part 2.
Hey, I've never seen a bird actually do this in real life, but I know y'all always cook me in the comments saying that it's a kestrel and it's natural, so I'm just gonna go with y'all. We need to put them on the Olympic swim team ASAP.
Lourdes, researchers from George Washington University are calling for stronger regulations after finding phthalates and replacement plasticizers in more than 80% of the popular fast foods they tested. National chains like McDonald's, Domino's, and Chipotle all have something in common, according to new research: potentially dangerous chemicals found in the food.
To be honest, the regulations for phthalates don't make sense.
Dr. Lariah Edwards is the lead researcher of the study that analyzed fast food, finding phthalates and other plasticizers leaching into the food we eat. The chemicals are used to make plastic soft for food packaging, processing equipment, and handling gloves.
They are banned in toys, but
yet they still put fast food on every corner. Got that Hubble telescope zoom. Hey, he threw it up with a little extra flair. He really meant that one. But with that being said, guys, that was the video. Thank you for coming to kick it with me. Let me know what you guys thought about these creepy TikToks in the comments below. And until next time, y'all take care of yourself.